You guys did open mics together?
Yeah,
Because you popped pretty early.
Well, I moved here and they would only put me up at the stand because Patrick liked that blog I had.
Okay.
But I kind of moved here feeling like I already had failed at comedy and I just wanted to live in New York. But I was friends with Soder and Mike Lawrence and I guess Patrick also, and so they would put me up and then I would just bomb at the stand.
But didn't you get New Faces like a couple years
I got New Faces when I was 22.
Yeah, that's
but,
crazy.
But it didn't lead to anything, you know?
No, it never does.
Yeah, I know. And I
it does, but it does to some people.
Well, it doesn't exist anymore.
New York
kind of
like,
right?
New York changed sort of the playing field for me. It's like I saw there was all these other opportunities, there's other things that I could do, and then I started writing. And then
You're from Austin, right?
You could say, yeah. I mean, that's what gave me my career is Austin more than anything. I mean, like Cap City, they would book me. They bumped me up to feature pretty quickly.
Yes.
And then Rich Miller, who owned Cap City, he was doing all the like feature booking for the Helium, which at that time was only Philly and Portland. But then they got me in San Antonio. I mean, I did one weekend in San Antonio, and then they said I could never work that club again.
Yeah,
but
that's the dream.
But
play every club once.
Not because of my act, but
Get
because
banned?
they had one show where there was like 8 audience. Have you done LOL in San Antonio?
No, that's a big room though.
It's a big room. There were maybe 8 to 12 people there. It was one table. They didn't come together. They were kind of scattered around. And I went on stage after the host, and I was like, Jesus Christ. And then I said to them, I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry they didn't just refund you your money. I don't know why we're even doing this.
Oh, you disrespected them.
They got mad at that?
The owner of the club was there when I said that. And he's like, oh, this guy doesn't have the right attitude to work this business.
He's deniable.
Yeah, so I don't know.
He's deniable.
Yeah.
I am deniable, yeah.
Yeah, I am deniable.
Yeah.
That's one thing you don't think about when you start, where you're like, oh, at a certain point, people have to want to see me.
Yeah. I have
Like-
to have fans.
Yeah, you just think
I
that
have
like
to get fans. Yeah.
no one tells you that.
Yeah.
You just think that like you just get better, and then people will see how good you are.
Yeah, right.
Like it's a meritocracy.
Yeah, and they'll just be like, I gotta go see this guy.
Yeah.
And then you're at. I just did the you doing the Irvine. That's a huge room too.
It's too big.
I just did the the Milwaukee Improv. It's like 450 seats.
The
Yeah.
improvs are all huge.
They're insane.
San Jose is like a theater.
Yeah, San Jose
Yeah.
it was a converted theater.
That was a sad weekend for me.
Really?
Because I was like, I didn't get anyone up on the top, and I thought my career was over. I felt like a real failure because it was so big.
You guys literally have fans though.
Yeah, but like
we didn't. Me and him. See, I stopped doing stand up because like I felt like I did everything that I like. I didn't see myself getting better.
Right.
You know, I felt like I maximized my own potential, and then from that point on, it would just be writing more jokes. But like whatever it takes to be, I'm not likable. You know, I'm not like I'm never gonna be a household name because I'm not like charismatic, and people don't like me, right? And they're never going to. So I could.
Is that true though, or is
Yes.
this something you just think
yeah.
about
No, no, no.
yourself?
It's true. And
he's
and-
not likable.
yeah.
No way.
And so I got
Everyone I know loves him.
No, he's the best.
maybe
I think he's-
comics, but like regular people.
Yeah, you have a
If
lot
I
of
go
people
in, here's
like
the thing:
you.
almost anybody can go into a grocery store and like have a kind of exchange with the cashier where they both kind of laugh about something and be like, "Well, I thought, you know, like these coupons never expire." Whatever they say. Anytime in my life I've ever tried to do that, people have been like, "What are you talking about?"
Well, I mean, look,
That's
What
not
do you
what
think?
stand
It's
up
just read
is.
as like conflict, and like there's not
conflict.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna debate. Look, I'm not gonna debate on your charisma, but
Yeah.
you do have a thing where you're unapologetically yourself, and people do gravitate towards that. People enjoy that.
No. And but yeah, I don't. Let me just put it this way. That's how it felt. Whether it's true or not, that's how it kind of
Right.
felt. It felt like like going further, I would
Yeah.
just sort of like write jokes. And then other opportunities came up when I got to New York, and then it's like, oh, there's like writing stuff, there's other stuff you can do. Ultimately, all I really want to do is just be funny and then find like new and different ways to do that. I want to laugh. I want to laugh at things. And like even just making things happen. That's why like the internet, back when no one knew who I was, I could go on Twitter and pretend to be somebody or stir up an argument with people. That was fun to me because like it's like you're making something funny happen. And so like I kind of just I was like, you know, and then that led to the old podcast, and that was fun, you know. And then
That was the first one you started.
what?
The old, when you say the old podcast.
Like Cumtown.
The Cumtown?
Yeah. When we were doing that, it was like, okay, this is like a new way to be fun.
Yeah, I
That's
remember
like-
when you guys started that.
Yeah.
like
And so I kind of just sort of fell off with stand up because I like struggled to see what I could do like with it that I couldn't do with like other stuff. And then Adam just stopped because he was making money and he just wanted to hang out.
I was an incredibly lazy guy.
Yeah, he's just a lazy guy.
Yeah, so, one of the most.
But I feel that maybe you don't know this because you just live life as you. So you don't experience you from the outside. You experience it from the inside. But like every time that you're around, I feel like people are in a good mood.
Because they never see me.
Yeah.
Because I don't come around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe that's the thing. You withhold.
Yeah.
You withhold. So when you come around, people are like, oh.
If you say his name 3 times, he shows up.
People get excited about a white tiger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's not around a lot.
If there was a tiger at the club eating people every day, you'd be like, I don't care what color it is.
Yeah, yeah.
This
but
is a blacks only.
You stay to yourself though. You're not at the you're not at the club trying to like.
I've thought about
stir
that
up
the other
shit.
day. Like if I were black and I lived in the segregated South, I would like, my thinking would be like if they had segregation, I would just start opening places and be like, it's blacks only. No whites allowed, blacks only. Like just do this thing where I'm aggressively leaning into segregation. There's a white guy just walking down the street. He's not even walking anywhere close to your barbershop. You're like, I'm sorry, sir, it's blacks only. So you don't have to. I look like you were trying to come in here. No whites, blacks only.
Get away.
Just be really annoying until they're like, you're white.
So you're saying if you were a black guy in the segregated South, you would just be a white guy.
You'd be a white guy to white guy.
You would just pretend you were white.
Yeah, do that. But then you just do it the other way
You'd
because
be racist to white guys.
there would be nothing they could do about it. They're like, we need a law that says that no more segregation. They're like, well, damn, you know. Dude, that would be my
civil rights hero.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to a restaurant and like be like, you can arrest me. I'm having my chili. I'd be like, no, we're gonna make better chili, and you're not allowed to have it. I would lie. I would put a menu out front, and the names would be crazy, and then I would have other black people come in and be like, that was the best gundalaba I've ever had in my life.
I think
That's the most delicious food I've ever had. And they're like, what the hell is gundalaba? And you're like, sorry.
Gundalaba.
It's blacks only. You're never allowed. You can't have it. It's like chocolate.
It's our thing.
I think black people will come and be like, this dude's too radical, man. This dude's extreme.
I get the glasses. I'd wear the suit.
He's too black.
He's too black.
I want to go to the white restaurant to just chill out.
And I'd also change my name to Morpheus.